Hello, my MyBlindCo users. I think everyone has noticed we have a great new feature called Comparison Quote. So I wanted to go over that and show you how it works. So I have a quote here. I'm going to go to the three lines right up top right here. And you see now, and we've replaced duplicate quote with comparison quote. So first point I want to make is the comparison quote can work just like duplicate quote. So I'll show you how that works. We're going to come up here, we'll select comparison quote. It automatically creates a draft, which is exactly like that version you've duplicated essentially, okay? Just to duplicate the quote like you're used to doing, all you have to do is hit save quote and boom, you now have a duplicated quote. And you can come up here, change your side mark, and maybe this is phase 1 or bedrooms, that type of thing. And then you have this is a duplicated quote that you can remove the lines that the customer is not going to be ordering today. So that's one way to use this new comparison quote feature. Again, just wanted to stress, you're not losing duplicate quote. You just use the comparison quote, open it up and hit save quote, and then you're now in a new version of that quote and you can make any changes that you want. Now I'm going to go back here and let's try this again. So reasons why we came up with comparison quote, this is on those scenarios where you want to produce a separate quote for maybe a different product, or maybe the customer wants to see another version of the quote with a comparison of what the price would be with, say, Hunter Douglas Applause versus Alta Honeycomb. So I'm going to go back to the three lines up here, hit comparison quote. Again, it's duplicated it in draft format. We open it, and now we're going to produce our comparison quote. So let's click this button, this big C here. All right, so now the goal is, we're going to see what the price is compared to a aluminum blind 1-inch to, say, Alta Honeycomb. So I'm going to come up here, select my choice for honeycombs, and pick a fabric, color, try cordless lift, and we're just going to do a standard bottom up fabric covered rail, no options, no hold downs. All right, and inside mount. As you can see, guys, the width and length measurements have held. You don't have to rekey in width and length. And it will also tell you if your new product that you're selecting here is out of spec. All right, so I've just selected my choice for honeycombs. I'm going to hit save line. It's going to say it's converted that line of aluminum blinds to honeycombs, and it asked me, I probably buzzed through that message a little too quick, do you want to make that change on multiple lines? And I said yes, because in fact I do want to see what the price would be for not only that line 1, but we're going to go ahead and try line 2 and 3. Okay, so you can see here that it's switched out the dual shades to honeycomb. So it's taken all the lines I selected and converting it to the new product. So line 3 was faux lines. Now it's honeycombs. So you can see that the price went from $151 to $572. And you can be having a conversation with your customer. So she was like, yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing honeycombs, but now that I see that the price is certainly higher for faux blinds, but it's comparable to the dual shades, they might say, yeah, let's go ahead with the change. So from there, all you have to do is hit apply. So now we're going to get yet another version here that allows you to see what it's going to look like at your subtotal level. So you can see we've switched line number 1, aluminum blinds, to honeycombs. Price went from $149 to $572. And disregard pricing, guys, this is just my demo company. So I have a mostly suggested retail pricing here, but I'm scrolling down. Line 2 was dual shades. We converted that to honeycombs. You can see, okay, this price went from $572 to $598.40. But the really cool thing is at the bottom, you can see what it looks like at your subtotal level. So making that change to honeycombs changed our subtotal from 9,275 to 8,576. So again, having a conversation with the customer, you can say, hey, would you like to, keep those changes? and they may or may not say yes, so let's just say that it's a go and they hit save quote. So now once this saves, you have a new version of the quote with all those new products. So basically here, guys, you now have the ability to, with one operation, change multiple lines for a quote. So no more going into each individual line and changing it to Alta honeycombs. All right, so I'm going to save this and show you what it looks like. You can see the draft mode is gone, and now we have a new version of that quote with the honeycombs. And we still have the original quotes that had aluminum blinds. So you still have that quote to reference if you need. And that's pretty much how comparison quote works. Hope you guys love it, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.